and yeah, we can work remotely basically. In financial industry, I think it's easier for companies to work from home as soon as you are organized with video conference. So some people for IT team basically decide to work from home because they were more comfortable with that during the COVID period. Me personally, I was going to the office all days because I just finding more convenient basically to be at the office, having my stuff there instead of working at home. You know, at home you're already bothered by something, or it's like you feel home. Yeah, it's not the best environment for me to work. But again, it's just in my opinion.
Yeah, but anyway, that you know that we need to adapt to the new environment. But anyway, and in the past history, whenever there are crises, I really think that will be opportunities for future. But what I think is I always have some recently many questions from many friends all over the world, or many clients would like to ask these kind of questions. So they would like to ask, is it a good time to start a business in Hong Kong right now? So how do you think?
Me, I would say to this question, it's more a question to be answered by the customer itself, because he knows if it is the good time or not related to the business and to the industry. I would say that there is always opportunities when we are in the low economical cycle, right? Because now we are in the low, basically, we will see an upward trend.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you success to buy stocks a few months ago, congratulations.
I forgot.
Me too. But I would say it's more a question to be answered by the customer. We will always welcome, of course, customers who want to open a bank account here in Hong Kong. So I would say it's a very good time, basically, to start. And now, basically, Hong Kong, there is still bank travel, but you can still operate without coming in Hong Kong, for company secretarial, for business account opening. So I think that's the right moment.
My answer, of course, is definitely yes. Because let me give you a few points to show the advantage that the Hong Kong government later support to the entrepreneur, and how this measure mean for the business, and hopefully this can, I would say, clear your doubts and inspire you for carrying out your dream. So I would like to give several points to tell you how to know when to start a business in Hong Kong. So first of all, one of the measure of the government is zero business registration fees. So I suppose this year is absolutely a great timing to start a business. The reason behind is for this year budget 2021, the business registration fee are waived already, meaning you don't need to pay any money for starting your business or business registration license. And the second point is the zero registration fee for company annual returns. The local private company need to file the annual returns, which including company particulars. And starting from this year, also there's a budget of the Hong Kong government have waived this kind of fee. That means for your, apart from the setup fee for company, your company maintenance fee will reduce as well. The cost reduce. And then next will be reduce the profit tax and salary tax. So everyone will think of the tax if you do a business, so that we need to the entrepreneurs in Hong Kong can enjoy the tax benefits, which thanks to amazing scheme for Hong Kong government, in which if your first 2 million profit, the original profit rate is 16.5, but right now the profit tax rate is just reduced to half to 8.25%. So obviously your profit tax will reduce a lot as well. And next will be a new scheme from government called compulsory low interest loan, in which there will be you can enjoy if your business led of capital solution. The Hong Kong government provide 100% government guarantee for enterprise, which will open for application for 6 months. Enterprise can lend a maximum of 2 million with a repayment period up to 3 years. So this is a really good news for clients to start a business. So apart from this, maybe you still think of the problem. Maybe some friends in the world will tell me my city is still locked down. I cannot visit Hong Kong. So how can I register my company or bank account? So for company formation, I can definitely tell you that you are not required to visit Hong Kong, because with our help, we can provide a solution for you for company registration, which can be under this, there's digital era right now. So all incorporation procedures can be done online, and even bank account opening can be done with an instant video. We can do an instant video consultation as well, and no physical appearance is needed.
I would say bank account opening for alternative banking, because for traditional banking, I think you still need to be come physically in Hong Kong.
Right. For some traditional bank, you are still required to visit Hong Kong, but there are some alternative banking solution, fintech platform can provide a remote account opening solution. So now we'll introduce Jonathan in the next slide. So in the next part, he will introduce how Statrys can help the entrepreneur to start the bank account remotely in Hong Kong, and also they also provide many foreign exchange solutions for business if you have many transactions as well. So if you have any question, I'm Calvin, and this is my contact details. You can contact us through email, contact number. You can also like our Facebook and LinkedIn as well. You can follow us with the most updated news as well, and you can search out the British Executive Center. Okay, so next part I will give to Jonathan to this slide.
Thank you, Kelvin, for your presentation. It was really nice, and thank you the Bridge team also to invite us. So I'm Jonathan. I'm working for Statrys. I've been involved on fintech and banking environment since 10 years. So basically, a quick introduction for Statrys. Statrys has been incorporated in 2008, November. Okay, so we have been in business in 6 months now. So between the incorporation date and the launch, we have developed the technological platform. We deal with our main banking partner here in Hong Kong that we probably call the name after. And we deal with the regulator basically to get the license to be able to operate in the banking environment. So a quick word about our founder, Bertrand Théo, who have been funded this company so in November 2008, as I was saying. Our main features, basically, the main feature we provide today are multi-currency accounts provided or integrated, I would say, with DBS Bank in Hong Kong. We provide 11 currencies within these accounts, and you can obviously receive payments from your customers or pay fund to your suppliers or third party. In definitive, you can use the account as a real bank account. We provide also foreign exchange services for SMEs. We always want to make sure that we provide the really good rates and the best rates as opposed to banks, usually, which are quite expensive. And we also provide local accounts in euro and in pounds. So basically, this is IBANs. And with these IBANs, you can plug or link your, let's say, Amazon account if you are e-commerce or e-seller, your payment gateway like Stripe or PayPal. You can pay to Europe, receive to Europe, and in definitive, avoid the SWIFT fee. So this local account has been added to the multi-currency accounts here in Hong Kong to give like kind of global banking services. And very soon we will offer the MasterCards. This is a feature which is widely asked by our current customer and prospects.
That's the good news.
That's a good news. Yeah. We signed everything with MasterCard. I mean, we are just integrating it now with the platform, and obviously it takes some time. So I don't want to give a specific date for the launch, but it might be Q4 2020. And zero integration as well. We were discussing it before this webinar. It's a product widely asked more from our partner, basically, like you, because obviously you can provide accounting services, and it's easy basically for you to work with zero integration. So with zero integration, the incoming and outgoing payment from the banking platform will be directly integrated.
Oh, that's great. Many clients are asking as well.
Yeah. So that's why we try to prioritize. Our IT team are really struggle with a lot of work. So, but it will be debit card first, and then zero integration.
Right.
Now, a quick word about the banking environment in Hong Kong. So, the first things we can say, as I think that most of the audience is from Europe, I assume, as opposed to Europe, Hong Kong corporate banking world is still leading by traditional bank. The bank basically still lead this market for banking opening, even if it is a pain experience, and we'll see that later. But this is changing step by step. This is changing. In Europe, 80% of the bank accounts are opened by companies like Revolut or N26.
Oh.
It's they
are very famous as well.
They have millions of clients. We hope we will become one of those companies one day.
Oh, that means that if some client asks me what is Statrys is about, so I can describe that as something like Revolut in Hong Kong.
Yeah, definitely.
Or N26 in Hong Kong.
I like the idea. We follow the same pattern, the same business model, basically. It's just that the regulation in Europe is much easier, much more smoother to allow this company to grow. HKMA is like a old lady. It's very difficult to move them, and there is multiple reasons. One of the reasons, in our opinion, is that Hong Kong remains international banking center, bring trust and confidence for customers. The capital account is open. You can freely move capital. So it gives kind of laziness to the regulator to move things in favor of fintech to operate, with the maximum of tools we could do as European ones. But again, things are changing, and I will come back to this point right after. Third point, basically, very quickly about Europe again, because they are very ahead of Hong Kong in this field. That's why Hong Kong will catch up. Bank in Europe, about the corporate, if we talk about the corporate world, are, they are kind of banking as a service concept, meaning that regulation in Europe and directive basically oblige the bank to open their API to be able to facilitate fintech integration to provide better service to customers. That's why you see some fintech in Europe growing exponentially today, managing millions of clients, because the regulation in Europe allow it that. But again, in Hong Kong, things are moving, and we will see the
let's see what's going on.
I hope we will grow like Revolut. So the main reason we think is the main reason why the regulation is evolving and changing, it's because it's a painful experience for customer usually to open an account in traditional banking because of compliance reasons. The cost of compliance in banks now are very high, so it's less and less profitable for banks to acquire SMEs or entrepreneur clients with small volume. Clients need to come physically in Hong Kong. They need to deal with papers. They need to provide multiple documents about source of fund and stuff. I mean, it's a mess.
They cannot travel to Hong Kong right now.
They cannot travel to Hong Kong. They need to receive physical token, which is lost in the mail. It's a mess. So as a consequence, the bank account opening can be very long. And at the end, after 6 months of dealing with banks, they can shut down your accounts. Shut down your account, not yet. They can refuse your case because
there's some any review. Case, normally.
And sometimes they don't have the answer. They don't know why they are not. At least if you have an answer, you can prepare another case with another bank, and learn from your mistake. But usually, I don't want to quote any name bank here, but
big names,
but they don't. They are. It's very difficult to deal with them. And what can happen as well, and we see the case again this morning, banks can shut down your account for, I'm pretty sure there is a good reason, but they never disclose the reason to the customer.
Confidential, they cannot disclose. No.
Confidential, so it's very frustrating basically for the customer to have his operation shut down, cannot, do operation anymore. Very, very difficult. So
we also have many cases client asks us for help as well.
It's crazy. So we need to provide solution for customer on that. And then to finish, basically from my part, very quick comparison between alternative banking and traditional banking through common features, basically. About the pricing, I use Statrys to represent the alternative banking in Hong Kong. We are not alone, but we are not a lot of actors. So we basically charge a monthly fee. So it's all transparent on our website. It's 88 Hong Kong dollar a month, or 188 based on the plan you are choosing. So it's really transparent. You pay then on service. So once you make a local payment or SWIFT payment, you will get the charge, which is transparent again on the website. No minimum balance, and of course, always better FX rates when you need to exchange currencies. Regarding the bank, usually they don't charge any monthly fee, but they have expensive FX, and often they require a minimum balance, which is a cost of capital basically for you, and they can also chase inactivity accounts, which we chase as well. So it's not fair to say that it's a bad thing for banks. We in our process, and maybe we can go, we can discuss it later, but we try to avoid inactive clients because of compliance reasons. So in general, I would say that traditional bank is a bit more expensive, saying that you can have also opening fee, for traditional banking. So it can be usually more expensive to open an account with traditional bank. Then about the services, it's quite similar. We offer payments. We have local account, which banks cannot do. So that's a plus to get banked with alternative banking. The main difference basically will be on the credit cards. We cannot offer a credit card because you need to run a banking license to issue a credit card to your customers. We run a debit cards. We launch debit cards, meaning that you need to pre-fund your cards before using the cash.
For this part, I understand. For even a traditional bank, if a completely new client to a traditional bank, normally they will offer debit card as well, because in the bank point of view, for a new company, they don't have any credit record, and especially if they are foreigners, foreigners don't have local credit record, normally they will not give credit to this kind of client. It's a new company. So normally even a bank will provide debit card as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
not
even
always
if they
getting
can...
credit card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. It's interesting to know.
Yeah.
And the last point, and maybe most importantly, is the customer support. So usually you have no customer support with bank or poor customer support with small clients or SMEs, or entrepreneurs.
Right.
We have a dedicated team in our company who can answer to your question with your preferred way of communication. Can be WeChat, WhatsApp, email, phone. We will have always someone answering the phone if you need. It is very important because we are a fintech. We have no physical branch. We are not an established brand. We need to bring trust with our customers. So if you don't have a dedicated customer support, it's complicated at some point to establish trust.
Just me, I send the money and you check it out. Is it processes? Someone can check it out.
Yeah.
That's right. Even
exactly.
That's right. Even a traditional bank, if just like personal account or corporate account, if I'm just a standard one, no one will serve me unless maybe I have a premium account. I put 1 million there. There's a relationship manager to handle my case. But for usual account, entertain you as well.
Exactly.
That's very important. That's nice to know.
It's for us it's really key, especially at the beginning. I'm not saying that we won't provide any customer support after we are well known, but honestly, when you deal with funds, when you put your money in a fintech, you want to have to be able to reach anyone at any time. Or maybe not at midnight, but it's dealing with funds can be very stressful, especially when you put your fund in a new company. So I fully understand that.
Exactly.
And then in terms of compliance and application process, should we say a word about banks? It's very painful. We discussed it already. You deal with paper. You need to be there physically. The relationship manager in the bank can ask you to come many times at several days. So you need to come in Hong Kong maybe 4 days. It costs you the hotel and stuff. So it can be quite expensive. With Statrys, everything is smooth. You don't have to have any physical presence. The application process is online. And we have also strong partnership with company secretaries like you, Rich, because it's always a must for us to get referred by customers from company sec because they already do the due diligence. So before we assign a bank account, having a third party checking, it's already very good. And the last point regarding the license, so a traditional bank, they run a banking license issued by HKMA. For us, we run a MSO license issued by the Hong Kong and Custom Excise and the SPI license issued by FCA. It was a requirement basically from DBS to be able to provide banking services in Hong Kong. And I think it's okay. So if you want to join me, to contact me. Sorry, I just mixed the pain. So if you want to contact me or if you have any question, feel free to contact me via email or even via WhatsApp if you prefer, or call directly the office number. Really happy to answer your question, but I think we will have a Q&A now, so
sure.
I guess you might have some questions.
Let's check it out. Okay. I think some of the audience also have some questions as well. Oh, there's typical questions. I think some audience are very, after watching our video will have idea to start their business immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's processing time on company formation? So it depends on requirements. So basically, for normal circumstances, for normal company formation procedures, normally take around 10 days. For all new company. Sorry. But if you're really urgent, just like Michelle, urgent to set up a company, we also offer some express service, which can be as fast as just 2 or 3 working days. Or even we also offer some kind of ready-made shelf company. That's mean the company existing already, but change the name for you. It can be finished within 2 working days. So if you want to start a business and start account opening with Statrys, it can be very fast as well. You can start it immediately.
So is Statrys a bank? Thank you for the question. So no, Statrys is not a bank, because to have a bank status, you need to bear a banking license by the authority of the country you are. So in Hong Kong, HKMA issued a banking license. So we don't have a banking license. So to provide banking services, we bear on our custodian, our main banking partner, which is DBS Bank in Hong Kong. Relying on a banking partner allow you to provide banking services. So the question is no, we are not a bank stricto sensus, but yes, we can provide banking services with our license and thanks to the partnership we have with DBS.
How long to set up? Another client very urgent to set up. And how long it take?
Okay, from our track records, in average, it takes a few days. If it is a Hong Kong company with a simple layer structure, it takes 2 to 3 days. It depends if the client is very responsive to, because after he applies and submits the case, we might come to him to ask for additional questions and documents. If the client is really responsive, I would say in 2 days, 2-3 days maximum, it's approved. Then, if there is multiple layer, so if the limited company, let's say, is held by another company or multiple shareholders, it can take 2 or 3 extra days to check basically the director and shareholders. So maximum, I would say 1 week. Maximum.
So quite fast.
It's quite fast, yeah. If you compare that to traditional banking, it's very quick.
Yeah. This is a straightforward question. Company, how to open company remotely? It's quite straightforward because for as I mentioned, we can have company formation remotely because right now all the paperwork we can, if we want to start the business, we can. You can send us all the information like your passport, address proof, these kind of things. And then for the government paperwork, we can prepare it and email for you to sign. And then you sign it, send back to us. And then we can handle all the registration process for you with the government. So you are no need to worry you need to visit Hong Kong because you just need to sign it at the site and send back to us. And we can help you set up the company remotely. And then once the company ready, we'll inform you, and then you can start to open a bank account, start business, and then also have your contract as well. Yeah, hope to answer your questions.
Will the Statrys bank accounts be in the name of our company? That's a very good question. I will give a but for this question, okay, that's a really common question we have basically. So to answer, in Hong Kong, to provide the bank accounts, you need to have a prefix as our competitor, basically. So I guess that Stefan, you know the competition in Hong Kong. They offer bank accounts with an account name, basically, including the prefix. So if the name of your company is ABC Limited, the account name you will have with Statrys to receive your money and to give to your clients when you want to get paid is Statrys ABC Limited. That's the regulation in Hong Kong. You need to have the prefix to be able to receive your fund. Otherwise, your fund will be rejected by our banking partner, DBS. Having said that, with the local accounts, that's a different story. With the local account in euro and in pounds, you can have the exact same name. So your IBAN account, if you open an account with us, will be exact same name of your company, will match the name of your company. So to sum up, in Hong Kong, you need to have a prefix. In other jurisdictions, in Europe, but it's true as well in USA, in Australia, basically, the regulation is smoother, and you can get your bank accounts matching your corporate name.
That means transaction no problem. That means if the account name is correct, right?
Yeah. They need to send the fund to the right account name.
Exactly. Yeah. Different currency.
Yes. Yeah.
Currency.
All the multi-currency. So we offer 11 currencies accounts. The major one: euro, US dollar, pound, Sing dollar, Aussie, Kiwi. I mean, the majors, and they are all gathered into one bank account. So let's say, George, if you receive euro, you will be credited in your euro account. If you receive Aussie, you will be credited with Aussie in this account. That's a unique account number supporting 11 currencies.
Let's see. Do you have other questions?
I think it's for you.
It's for me. Yeah. Will give a call beforehand. Yeah. First of all, I understand that for if you want to start your business, if you are not able to travel to Hong Kong, have face-to-face meeting, we're welcome to have a call with you. Even traditional call is fine, and we also can arrange a video call, a video conference through different channels, because right now I think everyone is the video conference very popular right now. So we can have a consultation with you first. You can let us know what is the business about, what is the requirement, so we can in respect of the requirement and background, we can provide tailor-made solutions for you to let you prepare best solution, best structure of company, how to have a structure of company, how to set up your company. We can provide a solution for you. So please feel free to contact us so we can arrange a video call, have a meeting face-to-face. It's better. So after that, you can hand in documents. It's even better. Before you start everything, we can have a better understanding with each other. This means the best solution. Oh,
Stefan,
good question.
Okay, so NEET is older than us, basically. They have been incorporated since 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. So of course they have more experience in the business. We are the last provider. We are the last fintech arriving in Hong Kong. So how different? I would say that the first things who make the difference between NEET and us is the FX. Okay, we provide foreign exchange services. We provide spots, rates at a better rate than banks. We provide forwards contracts. You can block a rate and pay later. You can manage your term payments, your invoice, receivable, and your payable. You can even have access to swap, okay, to manage your treasury. So we really give like range of tool for FX to the customers. Then where they are better than us, obviously, is that they have the cards. Okay, so that's the other key point. They provide the card today, the debit card, yeah, which we don't provide yet. That's why we are late on that, because the card is really something again asked by most of the customers or prospects who approach us and asking if we provide the card. So the card will be released very soon. But for now, will be that's the FX and the cards. Very soon, it will be only the FX and then how different. Then honestly, there are also alternative banking. They try to shake the traditional banking. So of course, NEET is a direct competitor, but I think that NEET also, in my opinion, like all the fintech in the world, provides trust and or try to shake this market out to provide new solutions to customers. So maybe some customers are happy or not, or prefer to stay in traditional banking, but at least they exist, right? And they tend to change the mentality and shape this traditional banking world. Okay, continues to traditional bank or vice versa. Okay, George. So it depends if you pay from your business account in Hong Kong to Hong Kong. So if you pay locally within Hong Kong, it's same day. Okay, it can be T+1 if you pay Hong Kong dollar, because we pay via auto pay. So it's a bit technical. But for all other currencies, it's same day. Then for international payments, so if you pay like from Hong Kong to a bank outside Hong Kong, let's say, I don't know, in Europe, in France, let's say, we use the SWIFT network, and usually the clients, from experience again, because then once we release the payments, this is not in control, but we know basically when the supplier of our customer receive fund, because our customer give a feedback to us. Usually it's same day as well. Same days, maximum T+1. So I would say that to answer your question, it takes literally maximum 1 day for your supplier to receive the fund, and vice versa to receive fund in your Statrys accounts. T+0 to 1 day. Okay. Thank you for your question. It was very instructive. I just want to say that for those who cannot answer the question, because I see that I guess there is more question. So unfortunately, that's the end of the webinar. You can contact us after, okay, again, by email or by WhatsApp. I will answer that today and even tomorrow. So feel free to report the question privately.
Yeah, you can also contact us as well, British Select Center, and then no matter what kind of questions you can you can ask us, and we can also connect with Statrys, so see what provide a solution for you. And this is the most important point. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. See you.